The ticket prices. This does not shock me at all. What did I say earlier? The WNBA was about to F around and find out, and these rival teams were going to be in a lot of trouble. Well, they're finding.
Breaking Angel Reese is making headlines again. But this time, it's not about a highlight play or a fiery press conference. It's about an empty arena. Without Caitlin Clark on the court, the WNBA is facing a crisis no one expected. Ticket sales collapsing, arenas half empty, and Angel Reese caught in the middle of it all. Tonight we dive deep into the shocking fallout, the money on the line, and the question everyone is asking. Can Angel Reese carry the WNBA without Caitlin Clark?
The Caitlin Clark effect has been a net positive for the WNBA and all of its teams. But the star guard expected to miss a minimum of 2 weeks. The league will see the flip side of her impact, and there are already initial data points. This is front office sports, no conspiracies, no BS from them. Statistical data.
To understand why this moment is so explosive, we need to go back. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese aren't just basketball players, they're cultural icons. Their college rivalry became national news, from LSU versus Iowa in the NCAA tournament to the viral "you can't see me" gesture to record-breaking viewership numbers. The rivalry sold tickets, broke records, and put women's basketball in the spotlight like never before.
To hit the panic button 48 hours after news hits that Caitlin Clark is injured and she'll be missing 2 weeks, the market has responded, and the market has told the WNBA, we don't want this. We want her, but we don't want.
But when Clark was sidelined, everything changed. The WNBA bet big on Angel Reese to fill the gap. The Chicago Sky versus Indiana Fever game, hyped as a marquee matchup, saw ticket prices drop from $86 down to $25 in just 48 hours. And when the day finally came, the massive United Center echoing with silence. Empty seats everywhere.
Chicago Sky can't sell out their own 9,000-something seat arena like it is. They couldn't when they were kind of decent. They're a dumpster fire now. And now that Caitlin Clark is injured, the ticket prices for the Fever and Sky game just plummeted to Hades.
Here's where things got even more controversial. Angel Reese, usually loud, confident, and unafraid of critics, went silent. No fiery Instagram posts, no clapbacks, nothing. And fans started asking, was Reese dodging tough questions? Or was the pressure finally too much, even for her?
The games over the next 2 weeks have dropped 42% since Caitlin Clark's injury announcement, an average ticket price of $137, all the way down to $80.
This isn't just about empty seats. Every ticket not sold means lost revenue from merchandise, food, drinks, and sponsorships. Remember, the WNBA already lost $40 million last year. Now add falling ticket demand, and investors are worried. NBA owners are asking, when will this league stop bleeding money?
People are selling their tickets, definitely can't get face value, so what do? They just continue to lower and lower and lower and lower and lower the price. This isn't all resellers, folks. Hate to break it to you. A majority of these are everyday normal people. A majority of these are everyday normal people who watch Caitlin Clark in Iowa, watch her in her first year in Indiana, said, man, I want to watch that. I want to go to those games. I want to experience that. They won't be able to experience it.
Even Stephen A. Smith weighed in, blasting the WNBA's over-reliance on just 2 stars. Critics argue this isn't just Reese's fault, it's a systemic failure of marketing and growth. But others say Reese invited the pressure herself after boldly declaring she was the reason fans watched the WNBA.
I mean, it's more statistical proof, data, to confirm exactly what we've been saying, that Caitlin Clark is driving this whole ship, this whole bus. She's driving it. Everybody else, get in the back. Get in the back.
So, where does this leave us? Angel Reese is still one of the most marketable young stars in women's basketball. Caitlin Clark remains the league's biggest draw. But the WNBA is learning a harsh lesson. One player cannot carry an entire league, not even two. The real question now is whether the league can build beyond this rivalry or whether it will remain trapped in the shadow of Clark versus Reese.
The marquee matchup in the WNBA. Like it or love it, rivalry or not, Chicago Sky, Indiana Fever, Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, that is the marquee matchup in the WNBA. And those tickets are crashing just as well. From $86 48 hours ago to $25. And by the time June 7th rolls around, it might cost you a bag of Skittles and some Lay's potato chips to get in there.
Angel Reese wanted to prove she was more than just Caitlin Clark's rival. But the empty seats tell a different story. So we'll leave you with this. Is Angel Reese being unfairly blamed, or is she simply not ready to carry the WNBA spotlight alone?
And we have plenty of evidence that proves Angel Reese is not qualified to carry the league.
Just weeks ago, the WNBA looked unstoppable. Caitlin Clark's star power was selling out arenas, tickets soared to NBA-level prices, and women's basketball was riding a historic wave. But then one headline changed everything. Clark sidelined for just 2 weeks, and the entire league's momentum collapsed overnight. Ticket sales crashed. Seats went empty. And all eyes shifted to Angel Reese, the rising star caught in the middle of the fallout tonight. We break down the Caitlin Clark effect, Angel Reese's explosive reaction, and what this means for the future of the WNBA.
The get-in tickets for the Fever's rivalry game against the Chicago Sky on June 7th are down 71%, from $86 to $25.
Before the injury, every Indiana Fever game had become must-see TV. Courtside tickets climbed past $500, resale markets exploded, and franchises that struggled to sell 2,000 seats were suddenly moving to 20,000-seat NBA arenas, all betting on one name, Caitlin Clark. The Chicago Sky even moved their showdown against the Fever to the United Center, home of the Chicago Bulls, expecting Clark to pack the house. But then, everything changed.
These prices are going to continue to drop.
Wednesday's Fever game versus the Mystics at CFG Bank Arena in Baltimore has a get-in price of $22.
When Caitlin Clark disappeared, the cameras turned to Angel Reese. But instead of opportunity, she found frustration. Reese reportedly exploded in private over the lack of fan turnout, and during one presser, she didn't hold back, reminding everyone that she too is a star and that the league cannot rely on just one player. For Reese, this was personal. From LSU to the pros, she's carried herself with confidence, style, and swagger, and critics have often painted her as Clark's villain. But Reese insists she's more than that. And in the wake of Clark's absence, she demanded respect.
This game get-in was like $100 at one stage. This was $100 at one stage. Let's go one ticket. Or well, is it 2 tickets? 2 tickets. Let's just see what it costs for court. Look at how many, oh my God, look at how many people are selling tickets.
This rivalry didn't start in the WNBA. It began in college, the 2023 NCAA championship, where Reese and LSU took down Clark's Iowa in front of a record-breaking audience. Reese's fiery, "You can't see me" celebration became one of the most viral sports moments of the decade. Some loved it, others hated it. But one thing was clear, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese were now permanently linked. Since entering the WNBA, their matchups have been treated like heavyweight fights. But without Clark on the court, the rivalry's magic disappeared, and Reese knew it.
But I'm like, I didn't realize just how bad it was going to get. I didn't realize how bad. Like, they all moved arenas and everybody's trying to sell their tickets. Like, if you look, the get-in price is $23.80. $23.80 is the get-in price for tomorrow.
The media has long painted Reese as the foil to Clark's hero. She's been called too cocky, too loud, and even the WNBA's villain. But Reese has pushed back, saying she's just bringing energy, personality, and visibility to a league that desperately needs stars. In a recent interview, she doubled down, saying, "I've always been myself, unapologetically. But the WNBA has to decide, do you want real personalities or do you want silence?
Even though the mainstream media wants us to believe that Angel Reese is a huge star, we have years of evidence that proves otherwise. Like I say all the time, there is a huge difference between a star and a draw. You can be a star, you can be famous, and still not be able to draw flies to a fresh turf. Angel Reese and the WNBA have been using race to bring awareness to an incredibly bad product. Once you remove Caitlin Clark from the equation, there's no reason for people to watch this league, which is why people haven't been watching Angel Reese throughout her career.